God created Adam, the first man, from the dust of the earth, and Eve, the first woman, from Adam's rib. They were placed in the Garden of Eden, a paradise filled with beauty and perfection. At the center of the garden, there were two important trees, the tree of light and the tree of knowledge, of good and evil. God instructed Adam and Eve not to eat from the fruit of the tree of knowledge. But they were tempted by the serpent, who convinced them that by eating this fruit, they would be like gods, knowing good and evil. Adam and Eve disobeyed God and ate from the forbidden fruit. As a consequence, they were expelled from the Garden of Eden and lost access to the tree of life, resulting in the introduction of sin and death into the world. The fall of Adam and Eve is seen as the moment when humanity separated from God and began to live in a state of sin and imperfection. This story has been interested in various ways in different religious and cultural traditions, reflecting on human nature, the relationship with God, and the search for redemption and meaning by exploring the story of Adam and Eve. We can reflect on the human condition, freedom of choice, the consequences of our actions, and the need for reconciliation with God. The story of Adam and Eve continues to inspire profound reflection on life, morality, and the search for a greater purpose. I hope this complete version of the story of Adam and Eve is helpful for your article. If you need any more information or want to make any changes, feel free to let me know. As Adam bids farewell to the Garden of Eden, he feels a tightness in his chest and a profound sense of loss. He looks back one last time, taking in the lush trees, crystal clear streams, and gentle animals that had always been his companions. A year rolls down his cheek. He says goodbye to the place he once called home. Stepping into the outside world, Adam is greeted by a completely different landscape. The sun shines brightly in the sky. The wind blows cold against his face, and the arid, rugged ground stretches out before him. He feels lost and disoriented. Unsure of where to begin his journey, solitude envelops him like a cloak, causing him to question his choices and his destiny. In the silence of the wild nature, Adam finds space to reflect on his past life and the consequences of his actions. He confronts his own weaknesses and limitations, but also discovers an inner strength he didn't know he possessed. With each step taken away from the Garden of Eden, Adam moves closer to a new understanding of himself and the world around him. After Adam and Eve's fall, the expulsion from the Garden of Eden represented the loss of direct communion with God and the life without worries. They were faced with difficulties and challenges outside of Eden, such as the need to work hard to survive, suffering, and mortality. The separation from God resulted in a deep sense of loss and a spiritual void that accompanied them. These consequences were not limited only to Adam and Eve, but extended to future generations, shaping the human condition and influencing the history of humanity. The original sin introduced evil and corruption into the world, affecting all areas of human life and creating a state of imperfection and separation from God.